Hey, it's Mike over at fishyourassoff.com, and today what we're going to talk about is Carolina rig versus Texas rig when you're bass fishing. You know, I think they both have a place depending on, the way I use them anyways. You know, if the bottom of the pond or lake or whatever is real gunky, I don't use a Texas rig because my presentation gets all messed up. So I'll use a Carolina rig with a salt impregnated, floating type of worm or frog or whatever, salamander, crawdad, any of that stuff that's going to float. So it'll actually kind of float up behind the weight instead of being in a gunk, So it just depends. If it's a nice sandy bottom or something like that, I probably won't use that. I'm going to use something like a Texas rig. But let me just go ahead and explain the difference between the two. I think you'll understand. Okay. So what is a Carolina rig versus a Texas rig? Okay, well here's the first one. I'm not the best artist in the world, so forgive me on that. But so here's your worm, rigged weedless, right? And what you have, this is just me. I've heard of people having 48 inches of leader. But for me, it's usually somewhere between 12, maybe 18 inches of leader that I have in between. And then you have yourself a barrel swivel. A couple little beads just kind of knocked together, make those low frequency noises that fish like, and then your sinker, okay? And like I said before, this is your, it's a floating worm in my case. So the sinker's gonna be right on the bottom, and your worm is gonna be above all the gunk. So as you do this, your worm isn't getting all gunked up on the bottom because it's floating, maybe 8-10 inches above that, which is, where you want to be anyways. It's right in that little strike zone for those bass sitting on the bottom like that. So that's basically the setup that I'm going to use, because most of the ponds and canals that I fish in just have disgusting junk all over the bottom of it. But anyways, so I use Carolina rig almost always. But if you're lucky enough to have a nice sandy bottom or gravel bottom or whatever kind of bottom you're looking for, a Texas rig is just pretty easy, All you do is you're going to put yourself, just a little bullet weight at the end of your, right here where it's tied on. So here's your worm. It's rigged weedless. You slide your little bullet weight down. It's got the point, so it pulls right through the grass. This is a great setup if you don't have a lot of gunk on the bottom. Very easy to use. Very, very low maintenance type of setup. But I get questions like that all the time. I wanted to answer the difference between, what is a Carolina rig and what is a Texas rig and which one is best for whatever. It just basically depends on the environment you're fishing in. But you can find more of this information right on our website. Just go to www.fishyourassoff.com. We have a how-to section, where to, what to, all about fishing in Florida. But I think that's it for today. So until next time, we'll see you then. All right. Bye-bye.